Right. And question I guess I have. You have the jail? Okay, we're on the record in the Bloom matter. We were waiting for Mr. Bloom to hear via Zoom since that was the court's last order. I have now been informed Mr. Bloom does not wish to participate via Zoom. So, we're going to have a problem. And it's not going to be my problem. You may.
When you heard the last hearing, I understand that finding the civil office in the courtroom, but you also need to choose to have your opinion that you can be present in the courtroom. I never considered in my view, I would ask that you be allowed to be in the courtroom.
Let me just say this. I'm not going to have Mr. Bloom try to control these proceedings. That's my job. And so if Mr. Bloom wants to be part of this proceeding, then Mr. Bloom will appear via Zoom. If you want to then make your argument for him being in the courtroom, you may make your argument then. But if he is refusing to participate as the court has directed, I have an option. I can proceed without him. He has forfeited his right. Or I could adjourn it out till he is fully rehabilitated and understands how this court works. Those are really the options. I'll let you say what you want to say, but those are the options.
So we only have one option who can testify to this instructing the option. Again, I met with Mr. Bloom last night, gave him tons of help last night. I expected him to be by my side. I asked if he was rehabilitated. He said he would by the court's ruling. I didn't ask him if he was present in the court today.
This court will not be held hostage to Mr. Bloom's antics. It doesn't work that way, Mr. Bloom. Well, you know that. Whoa. When he was in this courtroom, he had like 8 chances. I didn't kick him out the first 5. And ultimately, it got to the point where he had to be removed. Then once removed, so that everything else is clear, he was fine for about the first 45 minutes. And then all of a sudden, tells an absolute fabrication to the court to try to get himself back in here, saying he can't hear. Problem is, he didn't know there was a deputy behind him. I asked the deputy, and the deputy, he could hear clearly. I'm not playing his game. This will get done, with or without it.
I don't have to disagree with you last time. You do this man machine. One time, and I thought, so give me a chance to go around to the jail. But I thought he was going to be by my side. I'm short, never been one of the police officers. I either have to give me a chance to go around the jail or I'm going to explain what's going on. Bring me to the interview so the police officer going on.
You got half an hour, you can go down to the jail. You can go down to the jail. Go to stand in recess. Sorry, folks. For calls cases of people, state of Michigan versus Blue. All right. And Mr. Colwell, your conversation with Mr. Blue.
I think for his guidance and consider a decision. I believe he's going to.
Well, Mr. Bloom won't even get on Zoom or Majesty.
Well, Your Honor, this is tough for me to say. He said he would not do it on Zoom. So I said I suggest to
Do the people have a position? Mr. Coolwald, I gave your client a number of chances and he's just playing a game. So I'm just not going to bet.
I have to object to ruling what that courthouse. It's hard for you to see how a client.
You did just fine with cross-examination of the witnesses when he was removed for his behavior.
I understand, Your Honor, but I do my clients rehabilitating just one chance to move forward. I didn't expect you to put up with any answers. I told you any outbursts throughout.
So he can do that. So he's there ready to sign it. Is it shut off? Did we remove that at some point?
No, not.
Hello. You're muted, Judge.
I am. Hello.
Hi.
Is Mr. B-
He is here.
Okay.
He's claiming that he's not going to come in because it's on Zoom.
And my attorney advised me that if I didn't have it there, that I not to do it on Zoom. So.
Well, so that the record is clear, I had removed this defendant from the courtroom, had advised counsel that we would be proceeding by Zoom. So he's going to have to make a choice. The choices I gave you, Mr. Bill. And that is that he can either decline to participate and we will proceed, or he can participate by Zoom. Those are his options.
So I can speak. So can I speak?
Go ahead.
If you want to, Mr. Bloom.
Mr. Simpson,
That's Judge Simpson, and you'll need to be on camera.
Your Honor, I don't have to be on camera. I refuse to be on camera because Mr. Kilowald, I don't mean any disrespect, Your Honor. I think you're a highly, highly efficient, very intelligent judge that has been around here a long time, and as well as you know I have. My qualm with this is because Zoom, at the last hearing, Zoom was broadcast over the internet where the other victims and witnesses that weren't at the court weren't sequestered like was supposed to be, and it was on Zoom, which I'm aware there isn't an NCL number yet, but I'm sure within a year or two there will be something precedent to where it's not allowed anyway, because I asked for in-person sequestered witnesses and that didn't happen. I was violated. My rights were violated. I feel my rights were violated, and my attorney this time, I don't need to take up time. Your Honor, I have anxiety and I've been really stressed out because as will be shown in the long run, no matter how many felonies I've got, no matter how many times I've been to prison, I will be exonerated from these crimes. There's no doubt in my mind. And I believe, honestly, that the reason that the victim did not, or the second victim, supposed victim, didn't show up for court and said she had a positive COVID is because a crooked doctor in Italy gave her a positive COVID because she's on drugs and alcohol because she gets $2,200 a month and she's very addicted, she's very strung out,
She cut her tether off. They're not making her get treatment. They know she drinks a half gallon of vodka every day.
Okay, so this
Okay,
is
all right, I'm done talking about that. What I have to say, Your Honor, like I said, I've got the utmost respect, and I've heard you are a very fair judge, very qualified to do your job, and that you have seen through the crack, okay? And you know what goes on in this team. You know what's going on in the streets. So I'm letting you know now, though, that as my attorney said to you, I will be perfectly fine if you allow me to come back into the courtroom. But he advised me that maybe I shouldn't do this on Zoom. And I do feel myself that yes, I made a mistake. But like I said last time, I was put on Zoom when I wasn't even aware until I was kicked out of the courtroom that I was on Zoom. And that the witnesses were able to leave the courtroom and go out and talk to the other witnesses and pull up Zoom when they get home and show them, this is what I said, now you need to follow along with this. Then you got the police officers going to arrest her.
Mr. Bloom, you don't know any of what you're saying even happened.
I don't. Mr. Kilowald is important.
Jeffrey, this is your turn. Please stop talking. State matters first.
Okay, well, Mr. Kilowald, I put things in your hands.
And I'm going to ask the judge if we can do this hearing without Zoom. That's the judge's discretion.
And I said to the judge, Your Honor, I promise you, I will be cordial, I will be polite, I will not. I had a cold last time, so I did make a couple little snide remarks or whatever. And maybe it was your discretion. So, but the thing is, Your Honor, I don't mean to carry on, but use your judgment, Your Honor. And if you don't want me to be there, I have trust in my attorney that he will get the copy of the COVID test. He will get all the evidence needed to show that this victim did not show up to court because she does not want to show up to court, whether the police
Mr. Bloom, from my understanding, although I have not heard from them yet because we were waiting for you to get here, there's an officer here who arrived to get the victim in this case.
Supposedly.
And no, he arrived to do that.
To get a supposed victim, not a victim.
Okay. I've listened to you talk without interrupting, and now you're listening to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And the officer saw the COVID test, from my understanding.
Did he take a picture?
I don't really care whether he took a picture. If he's going to tell me that that's what he saw, that's what he saw.
Okay.
And so that's not going to happen today. The other case that you're here on is prepared to go. Now, you can elect to participate or not. But I think you need to understand something very clearly, Mr. Booth. You do not make the rules. You will not sit here and say that somebody is violating your rights, that I guess being me, in some type of extortion to get your way. Wrong judge, wrong day. It doesn't happen.
Well, I'm sorry you see it like that.
Plain and simple.
I'm sorry you see it like that, but that's not what I'm trying to articulate to you. Not at all.
So, I just asked, and these are the rules that were set because they were set because of Mr. Bloom's behavior. So, I will again pose the question as to whether or not Mr. Bloom wishes to participate. If he doesn't wish to participate, then not to participate. That's his call. But my intent would be to go forward.
I would ask the judge to reconsider the legal rules. If not, then that's not being broadcast on TV. Unlike my client, but I don't know what else.
I am not going to deviate for anyone from what has been this court procedure. It will broadcast on Zoom. If necessary, it will proceed, or it will broadcast on YouTube. It will proceed.
Really?
I've noted your objection. I saw the email that was sent indicating that your client requested that the courtroom be closed without any statutory authority whatsoever to close the courtroom.
Your Honor, you're allowing the witnesses and the victims to see each other's testimony on Zoom. You're allowing witnesses and victims to see each other's testimony.
This surprise is clear.
With-
I believe she did cite a statute that would allow the your discretion to close.
And my discretion doesn't mean that I will. And I'm not closing the courtroom. I'm not.
You're corrupt. You are in violation.
Oh, that's it. You're in contempt. That'd be 93 days. Anything else you want to say, Mr. Blue?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Kilowald, you can handle it. Thank you. Goodbye.
Appreciate it.
I know.
Your Honor, he's very brief on that. He had
I can't even hear what the prosecutor or my attorney is saying.
Marshall Brown allowed the stand, and my client, when he went out, and they discussed that. I think that
This is corruption. I can't even understand what you're saying. You understand?
I know. The witnesses were sequestered at the last hearing. The witness was not in the presence of the other witness while they were testifying and did not have access to electronic devices in which to hear the testimony. And I heard that very clearly, and I recall that happening. The revisionist history that's trying to be placed on the record wasn't.
Yeah, in terms of going forward in 22 FD's concept, we do have FDA's witnesses. The victim did not have transportation to sheriff testify to the individual. She does have COVID. That makes the contact follow the so that is taken the positive COVID test that she had.
So she had a positive COVID test, and so that I'm clear, the positive COVID test was from a clinic or doctor or something along those lines.
The hospital discharged people from Sunday, October 7th, 2018.
with all due respect, we have been severe. These kids cannot stand and testify. I know this right, but she's just repeating what the officer was saying on the phone for the record.
In this wonderful world we're in, dealing with COVID every day, an officer's going to come report to the prosecutor that the alleged victim in a case has COVID and sees paperwork that's reported to you, and somehow or another that's going to be questioned.
Yes.
You've got to be kidding. Let's do this. No, Mr. Kilowell, it's your bed. You're going to lie in it. Officer, please take a stand. You come forward and be sworn. For the testimony on COVID? Are on the other page. This is about the right. Let's have him see.
You solemnly swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, all we got. For your man as he states for your personal life.
Sure.
And we were today to report and I hope this is and will you send it to Oscar's page
Correct. Yes.
And did you make contact with these folks? And what if anything you share about
That was October 2nd.
and you found that
Cross-examination.
Is there a reason why you want to pick up it? You know she won't be good. And how is it that you interact with her? I mean, is she COVID right now? I mean, is she COVID right now? And so I'm wondering how you approach the stuff on board, being board, and that's what her business. And she showed you some paperwork. What was the paperwork that she showed you? This hospital. And people from what hospital? I'm sorry? Security hospital. Security job. And did you show a document on it? Did you take a picture of it on your cell phone? You go here, and then when you pass the finger on the open work, how long have you been in
All right. So that the record is clear, sir, you went to the door. She said she had COVID. You saw paperwork that indicated that she had COVID from a diagnosis or at least a discharge from St. Joe's Hospital of October 2nd. Correct? And as she appeared to you, she was coughing, nasally sneezing. Did you have any reason whatsoever to doubt that what she was telling you was true? All right. Thank you. You may step back. Well, yes, kind of, but I don't know that we're going to be able to get you in 5 minutes.
Right.
So I don't think that's our issue. Our issue is going to be more finding a date. So in 1278, preliminary examination is adjourned to November 1st, 2022, 1 p.m. Okay, hold on one moment. Mr. Kilowald, your client has, I guess, determined not to participate. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I made my objection of him not being spoken. I don't know what else to do. I guess I could object that it was written earlier and not participating. I still got to put on him behalf to say, I understand that it's like he's still out there. Listen, when you're talking
They have sat down here all afternoon. Will the officers be available on that?
They are both with they're in a shift right now, so that's happening sometimes. It's slowly and sitting work. So my husband is I mean, we'd be kind of running into the same situation again.
I don't know if we'll be running in. I mean, with them being here, I get that. I don't know if we'll be running into the same circumstance, but I'm sure, as you can appreciate, given Mr. Bloom's outburst, I'm trying to balance things, and what Mr. Kilowald has said. So I am going to adjourn the proceeding. What I will do, however, so that my order can be clear, and if Mr. Bloom at that time elects to do what he has done today and not to participate or participate far, that's going to be his choice. I've given, as I said at the end of the last proceeding, I would certainly reconsider allowing him back in court. However, that is off the table because he has shown by his behavior today that he cannot conduct himself appropriately. So his choice will be that he can participate via Zoom, or he can elect not to participate at all, and we will continue with the proceeding with him in abstention. He has plenty of time to attempt to try to gather an understanding as to how this court is going to operate. And so if he has time to figure out what his decision is. If there is a request, Mr. Kilowald, so I'm making it clear that's where this court is going. If there is a decision that he wishes to do that will need to come by written motion to me as to all of these supposed promises that he's making as to how we will conduct himself. But that doesn't mean I grant it, and right now I am predisposed not to. Absolutely, because my ruling now is that he will not do this. I held him in contempt, summary contempt, 93 days. If you'd like to, you may. You can argue whatever you'd like. So, and to the deputies, this court doesn't like to waste time, but I apologize to you for the delay and not being able to go forth today, but I think you also can appreciate I'm trying to balance certain things.
Ask one other question. Is there another possible day later in the week in case my trial vote that's set that my trial vote should be done by Wednesday?
Later in the week? Okay, so later in the week, that's not going to happen. My Wednesday is full of township things. My Thursday is full of every PCC, which you know. And my Friday would be full of a housing doc. So that's not going to happen. It's going to have to be a Monday or Tuesday. That's the only way it will happen.
I'm doing that. I apologize for everything, but if you said an alternate day of November, speak on a Tuesday?
All right. November 7th, 2022 at 9 a.m. And so, Mr. Kilowald, you're requesting that both hearings be set to that time.
Yes, and I do appreciate you. I do apologize. Like I said, hopefully my problem is all. November 7th.
Yes, at 9 a.m. It would be in the morning.
I will anticipate you will
And I will look forward to reading it. Folks, thank you. And again, to the deputies that took their time, I apologize. Hmm? 14A stands